What's going on, everyone? Happy Easter to everyone. Taking a look here at the Sunday weather forecast and looking at the national picture, we are starting to see some improvement in the southeast. That big rainmaker is finally starting to exit off the coast. There will still be some lingering showers and thunderstorms across Florida today. There's also another area with potential thunderstorms for Texas today, where the Storm Prediction Center has now added a marginal risk for severe weather. In the northwest, we still have lower elevation showers and mountain snow showers. That's something you'll have to pay attention to for today. And take a look at the National Hazards Map. We still have these frost and freeze advisories that are up in the mid-Atlantic, and those freeze warnings and frost advisories, they should expire within the next couple hours. There may be another isolated frost and freeze concern for tonight, but really not that big of a deal right now. Taking a look at the rest of the picture across the country, really quiet conditions. We have a couple of flood watches up in the northwest, but nothing major really to talk about. Moving on here to the radar picture, we have some showers in the plains this morning. We also have that system that's exiting off the southeast coast. Here's the showers that are up in the northwest. Taking a look at the Storm Prediction Center, as you can see here, across parts of Texas for today, there is that marginal risk. It does also go into eastern New Mexico. There's no threat of a tornado today on the map. Wind is 5%, and hail is at 5%. Taking a look at the WPC excessive rainfall outlook, just a small marginal area down by Miami, Florida, and a small one up in the great northwest. Taking a look at the HRRR model for today, we'll time out those thunderstorms for you. You can see showers and thunderstorms get going across central Florida on southward today. And if you're in Texas and even portions of Kansas, according to the HRRR model, some showers and thunderstorms do form today. As you can see in the northwest, you do see rain showers, even some light to near steady rain at times up there today. Taking a look at the NAM model, we'll run it through its entire 48 hours. You can see that system exits off the southeast coast. You can see showers and thunderstorms multiple days for Florida. Showers continue in the northwest. Another round of showers tomorrow for portions of Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. There could be maybe a rumble of thunder or two with these. Not expecting anything major in the way of severe weather. And as we head into Tuesday, you can see showers and mountain snows continue in the northwest. Showers continue in Florida. But look at the end of the NAM run here. You can see moisture starts to gather in the Gulf of Mexico underneath this high. We're still watching the potential for the first tropical system. And that name would actually be Arlene. That is the A name this year for the 2023 tropical list. So we'll have to see if we get the first name system this week. Here's the GFS. Been watching this for several days now, and it's still showing up on the GFS in a weakened state. But all three major models showed the GFS, the Euro, and the CMC. So it's something we are continuing to watch. It's not going to be a major storm, but might be something that crosses off the first name on the list. And I think, if anything, it would likely be a subtropical storm. It's not going to gain full tropical characteristics to be called a tropical storm. Advancing this here, you can see on GFS, it's quiet in the east for much of next week. Even the west coast, it's going to get quiet. But there's this energy that's going to pass through the Rocky Mountains, and that's something we'll have to watch. There could be a severe weather threat as we head into next weekend from Louisiana on northward into the plains somewhere. As of right now, it's not looking like a major tornado outbreak, but just be aware, the threat is there for severe weather next Saturday and maybe even possibly next Sunday as well. We'll have to see how this system times out. It is starting to show up on the major models. Beyond that point, troughing does come into east, but I can tell you, for the east, much of this upcoming week, at least in the mid-Atlantic region, it's going to be very warm. Well above average temperatures. 15 to 20 degrees above average by the later portion of the week. Some places will be in the mid-80s. Let's take a look at the latest GEFS, shall we? And you'll see here on the GEFS, it still does have the tropical system in the Gulf as well. You can see here, it makes landfall around Louisiana. It's not relatively strong. I mean, you don't even see anything getting below 1000 in terms of pressure. But it's strong enough it could cross the first name off the list. And let's take a look here at the 24-hour precipitation. You can see it provides moderate to near heavy precipitation for parts of Louisiana. So it's definitely something we'll have to watch. And I wanted to show you the Canadian model. Here's the Canadian model. The Canadian model does have the system. It's a little bit stronger near Louisiana. So look at this. There would be some wind. There would be some rain. You're not talking any major wind. Maybe gusts 35 to 40 miles per hour with this, as there's a little bit of a pressure gradient. But look what happens here in the plains. You can see it does have an area of low pressure over portions of Illinois. Not a strong one. Nothing like we saw in the past few weeks. But the threat of severe weather is definitely there. Look at this. You have this upper level system, and you have some vorticity spinning around it. So there could be isolated to scattered thunderstorms, and a few of them could be severe. You can see this system then does get east. Look at this. It almost cuts off. So as we get beyond the upcoming week, then we have to start looking at the possibility of cooler weather in the northeast. And look on the west coast at hour 2:40. Another system's trying to come on shore. We'll touch on that later in the week because, again, this is 240 hours out. Good chance it's unreliable at this range. All right, take a look at the precipitation forecast. Dry conditions in the northeast. But you see all this red in the Gulf of Mexico. That precipitation is from the system that will form underneath that area of high pressure. Florida, some showers and thunderstorms for you. The eastern half of Florida is going to be wetter than the western half. The plains, you can see those showers and thunderstorms that I was talking about. That's being represented relatively well, and you can see anywhere from half an inch up to maybe isolated 1 inch amounts over the next 7 days. This is over the next 7 days, so it's nothing major. The Pacific Northwest, this is major. You're talking anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain, maybe locally 6 inches of rain over the next 7 days. So, yeah, this is a really unsettled pattern for you. It's not looking nice. You're not going to see a lot of sunshine. Temperatures will be cool. Mountains could see some snow. So that's something you'll have to watch. Taking a look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, above average temperatures really expected in the mid-Atlantic region, much of the east, but the core of that's going to be over Philadelphia, New York City, Southwest Connecticut. You're definitely going to see temperatures in the 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even on Friday as well. And go into the 8 to 14 day outlook, you can see here, still slightly above average in the east, but not as bad. Near normal in the Ohio Valley. West Coast, above average, and slightly below average in Texas. Because remember that system that comes and cuts off? Somewhere in this area, wherever that's sitting, there will be below average temperatures. And you'll probably have a trailing, unsettled pattern in Texas with some showers, maybe even thunderstorms. And with a system like that, you could see a hail threat set up somewhere underneath that system, as there will be cold upper level air. Taking a look at the precipitation forecast, slightly below average as you get to around Nevada, near normal in the Pacific Northwest. I mean, it's normal this time of year for you to have these showery systems that persistently come on through the jet stream. Slightly above average in the southeast, and a lot of this will be dependent on that tropical system. This could actually be a little bit too dry in Louisiana if that system does get going. And below average in the Ohio Valley. 8 to 14 day precip outlook, below average for much of the heartland, back from Nevada, back across through Missouri, even into Pennsylvania. But then you get to the southeast, and it's slightly above average precipitation. And there is a slightly above average area in the Pacific Northwest. And in the Northeast, just near normal aside from New York. Again, we've been talking about this for some time. If the pattern stays this dry, the Mid-Atlantic region is my next target area for developing drought. Last year, I was forecasting on our other channel that the plains would start to go into a severe drought, and that did happen. And I don't see that ending anytime soon. I think the drought conditions there are going to continue. The only place where it may improve gradually over time is Texas. Alrighty, that does it for today's weather outlook. We'll have another weather outlook again tomorrow. If you're watching the Masters, enjoy the better weather there. Or if you're at the Masters, enjoy. It's going to finally, the sun's going to come out there this afternoon. If you're anywhere else, have a happy Easter. Enjoy the weather wherever you are. And I'll see you all again next time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.